HealthWish is a series of conversations about the state of healthcare in New York City's fabulous fifth borough, Staten Island. Our goal is to raise issues, raise awareness, and raise health. Because when we raise health, we raise everyone. Dr. Ardolic from Northwell Staten Island University Hospital takes a trip back to his alma mater, Tottenville High School, to chat with Principal Gina Battista about the numerous pathways students are offered and can find their passion right in their own community. Give it a listen.
Hey, Staten Island, welcome back to HealthWish. I'm here with Gina Battista, the principal of Tottenville High School and fellow kid from Staten Island. And tell us where we are.
We're in the Culinary room at Tottenville High School.
I would never have thought that this would be an incredibly popular place in a high school, but then it makes sense once you hear the explanation. Tell me, what is the significance of programs like this and why are they so incredibly important?
So one of the reasons why we redid our actual kitchen was because kids need a pathway. And kids are, to this day, always looking to go into a culinary program, thinking about their future, thinking about careers down the road.
Yeah, and I wanted to touch upon that. So you're a kid from Westerly, right? You know, spent some time in Brooklyn, then came out to Staten Island, like so many of our stories, right? Like so many people that we know, and you kind of chose to come back and make your career here. Why was that important to you?
I think one of the things when graduating in a public school and actually being in a culinary class, I wanted to be a home economics teacher, and I wanted to go into nutrition. And then I studied biology and I studied education at Wagner College. I stayed on Staten Island. And then I wanted to just come back for the love of teaching, just helping kids and giving them that opportunity to know that the future is bright for all of you. Like there are things that you can do and find your passion. And when you find your passion, you work towards it and you build up on all of the opportunities that you can take at a school that offers a program like this. So when you come in freshman year and you know that there's a career path that you want to go into, well, then you could major in it at Tottenville High School.
It's one thing with some kids, okay, high achieving kid, wants that big degree. They're going to go into one of your institutes. I was a Classics Institute kid. I just spoke earlier to Dr. Giovanni Bonomo, who was a Science Institute kid. And yet, that's not necessarily going to be the path for every single kid. So tell us what you mean by pathways and give us an idea of what other pathways are that people are taking.
So at Tottenville High School, we offer about 13 programs, and we're growing. So we have programs, if you're thinking of flying, we have an aviation program. Computer science, because you have to think about 2030 beyond. And we know that AI is something that is going to have to be embraced. So making sure students are prepared and ready for the future. We have an advertising program. We have a medical technology program. We have a dental program. So when you go to the dentist on Staten Island, you will see many of our students working alongside the dentist. We have dental chair side, so it's broken into dental lab and chair side. We have Academy of Finance program, a law program, automotive, our mechanic program. So sometimes the teachers forget to get their oil changed or they forgot to get it registered at Tottenville, or you get a nail in your tire. You can have everything fixed and done right here from our students.
Wow,
so
that's really
different
amazing.
Programs, and a cosmetology is a new program that's growing. So we're trying to find a program for every child, right? Thinking about 2030 beyond, what does the future hold? And this is the opportunity for the kids to take these paths now and think about the future. Is this something that they want to do?
I think those things are important, and giving these kids a sense that they can come back and do this in their own community and they can be that person. I love telling people that the guy who runs the biggest colorectal cancer program on Staten Island is a kid from Staten Island, from the South Shore, Tottenville grad. I love telling people that the guy who runs the emergency department in Staten Island University Hospital is a kid from Staten Island, that the guy who runs the hospital is a kid from Staten Island, from the South Shore of Staten Island. And I think this idea that you can come back here and build a beautiful career that's not going to limit you in any way. Right? You're not giving something up by coming back and working on Staten Island. You could do all the special things you want to do with your life and do it in your own community and take care of your own family and friends. You were talking to me about walking through the mall and seeing your own kids and going to graduations. It's a totally different world. It's got to be a challenge being a principal, in the modern age.
Yeah, and going to their games. And this year alone, I went to, I think, about 3 or 4 bowling matches. I don't think the principal ever went to a bowling match.
No.
And I know when I played softball for Port Richmond, so I know I've also, I never really saw my principal come to the game, but I will go. I will travel wherever I can to go see them play.
Caring about your place, caring about your community, and delivering your passion back to the people that you care about in your own community, it's a very special thing. I was saying earlier that for me, I distinctly remember when I came back to work in Staten Island, being an ER doc and actually having a parent of somebody that I went to high school with come in as a patient. And it meant so much to me, right? Mm-hmm. That I'm like, wow, I'm actually practicing somewhere where I get to help people, even by association, even if it's by a degree of separation. There's something very special about that. And I say to everybody, it's a challenge. I'm a big foodie. I want one of these kids to come back and open a Michelin star restaurant on Staten Island. I want one of these kids to open the first, fancy French place on Staten Island. I want to see those things, and you're helping build that.
Absolutely. I think that's a goal that we could definitely set here at Tottenville for our students. Absolutely.
Yeah. I do want to take an opportunity to just thank Chef Carlos. Chef Carlos is one of the people that actually makes this happen every single day. Thank you so much for everything that you actually do. And also share some of his kids' experiences with us. Actually, we have some of these wonderful kids come and help us with different events, give back to their community. And it's really because of the wonderful collaborative relationship that you've all built. But really what you teach these kids. I want to thank you, Chef Carlos.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I want to thank you so much. It was really a pleasure.
Thank
I had
you.
a great time, and it was really nice being back in Tottenville. Thank you so much.
HealthWish wishes to thank our special guests, Dr. Ardolic and Principal of Tottenville High School, Gina Battista. We're very interested in your health wish. Contact us at healthwish@northwell.edu. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again soon.